People around.
Experience.
Media, right? So when we talk, where do family, peers, school, all of them come? Into which category? If you're going to broadly classify society, another word in E for society is environment. So the first influence, I'll put this up for you later. The first influence would be environment. Okay, second, experience. A very important teacher who expects you to learn the lesson first.
Experience.
And gives you
The lesson first?
no.
The lesson first? What does experience do?
Gives you the
Why is it called a great teacher?
Gives us the practice.
It gives you the test first and expects you to learn the lesson. But the best part of experience is it doesn't expect you to go through every test yourself. Somebody else goes through it, you pick your lesson and move on. That's why talking to another person is sharing that person's experience, which is going to be a big lesson for your life. And that is going to shape your attitude. Simple. If you're brought up in a house which has no dogs, okay, let's assume you're 6, 7, you walk into a friend's house, you don't have a dog at home, and there's this dog which comes charging at you. You're like, hey, please tie the dog, I'm very scared. Friend's like, come in, friendly dog. 6, 7, I know no fear, I walk in. And if you walk confidently, no dog attacks you. Now the dog follows you curiously inside the house to see what you're up to. Sees both of you playing, goes to sleep. Somewhere through mid-conversation, animated conversation, your hand hits the sleeping dog. What does it do? Get up and snap at you. But the experience is so strong that now you go into somebody else's house and they say, come in, friendly dog. Would you go? No. Why not? Because you know what friendly dogs are all about thanks to an experience that happened when you were 6, 7 years old. So your attitude to dogs is all dogs bite. So an experience is very important. That's why talk to each other just beyond class, beyond lessons. Because each one here is a walking, talking story. And a storyboard full of beautiful experiences that you can take back. So both of this together gives you something called as education. Education here is not school, college degrees, but the education of actual living your life. A person who knows to read and write and put his or her signature is called literate. A person who knows how to empathetically live with other human beings is educated. So you don't have to have great degrees to be truly educated. And the ones with great attitudes usually know how to respect another fellow human being. So the moment you put all these three in order, your environment, your experience, and the education you've got from both of these, and those things around you, that's how your EQ is built. When I asked you, if I give the same stressful situation to all of you, will all of you react similarly? You said no. But then, all of us have similar ways of handling ourselves, right? When you're angry, you just don't go straight and shout at somebody. I said you grind your teeth, bite it, but you keep a smile on because they don't expect you to scream. How do beauty queens react the moment, world over, the moment they're crowned beauty queens? Everyone has the same reaction. This is how it is, because this is how they are trained during the training period. But what is the real thing inside when they win a contest after so much of sacrifice? This bright ad which says, I'll jump on bed, have a big pizza, and have a big bottle of Sprite. That's exactly what you feel like doing because you're so happy after so much of sacrifice. But that controlled behavior, which you showed in front of so many people, is your IQ. The what of your behavior, the how of your reaction. But what is most important is what is hidden below the surface. You know, if you take behavior as an iceberg, it's so important for us to visit the part that is below the surface. Because the 10% that is visible is the controlled behavior. But the real you is down there. And that is your EQ. It is so important to know, why am I like this? Why do I get angry so fast? Why do I just react to anything around me? Why can't I be like him or her who's so controlled? You know, some of us just react. The moment somebody says something, we're already out with an answer. Then we are like, I should have just kept quiet. I don't even know why I said what I said. How many times we do that? And that ability to hold back is our emotional intelligence. Why am I like that? Go back to your environment, your education, and your experience. You'll understand somewhere from there came this influence that stayed with you. It is so important to revisit it. Because the moment you go into that journey, that is called intrapersonal communication. What is intrapersonal communication? With whom?
Within yourself.
It's very important to take, like ma'am was telling me, every morning you have meditation, right? When you close your eyes, for some of us it's so tough to close our eyes and not think of the 100 billion problems in our lives. And you're what? You're all of 17 and you already have 100 billion. So imagine the world outside. So it's so important to allow them to come till you reach a point where there is nothing. Or even if they come, you're not disturbed about it. You can still continue to close your eyes. So if it is forced on you, do it because that's going to help you handle yourself outside. Competition starts from the word go. And all colleges today are giving you tests like this. You know, I remember reading in the papers, one of the tests put forth for students was, you are the cultural secretary of the college and you're going to organize a concert the same day when, who's your favorite DJ? International?
Martin Garrix.
Okay. The same day that, let's talk, any DJ or a very big singer is having a concert in the city. How are you going to get crowds to the concert you're organizing?
Yeah, the DJ to the concert.
Yeah. You know how much he'd charge? What will you do? That's the question put forth to the students. And the students had to come up with what they're going to do. I'm asking you, what will you do?
Collaborate.
Very good. Collaborate. Now, in collaboration, you don't know anybody in the class. You're relatively new. So what are you going to do? How are you going to bring in collaboration? That's going to help you for sure.
Ask them for motive. Should portray the concept as there's some kind of motive behind it, so people get
Like
say, yeah, you're bringing in like some charity or spreading awareness.
That's two words.
yeah? Will you go there or will you go for your favorite teacher's concert?
My DJ.
Okay. Then you're out. Okay. What will you do, boys? What will you do?
Collaborate with the organizers of the DJ.
And then you
And speak them through, like, shift your or just
shift your Remember, college events have budgets. And you have to get sponsorship. College doesn't give you sponsorships. What are you going to do to garner support of your fellow collegians? Forget the other people outside. Of your
Play
own
the same
college
songs
mates.
Own
while
college,
it's playing.
bring in the popular members of the college students to perform.
To perform. Okay? She says bring in popular college students to perform. Anything else that you can think of? Huh?
Keep a camera, live camera.
Okay, one
Shoot
second.
whatever
What
is
will
going on.
help you? If you're the cultural secretary and your favorite DJ is in town, what will you do?
Secretary is here giving you the answer.
What will you do? Oh, your favorite DJ in town and Jain also has a concert. And you're in charge. What are you going to do?
Live
I know,
concert.
like, every group has a very respected and known person. So if you get that known person to come to our fest, it's obvious the whole group will also come. Most
Okay,
of it.
so who are you going to call?
The popular ones in the school.
Okay. You're going to call them to be part of...
Convince them to be part
Convince them to be part of, or else make them in charge instead.
Okay, so what are you doing? Can you tell me in simpler terms what he's doing? You don't tell me.
Influence.
gathering.
Good. He's influencing. What is he trying to play with?
Manipulate. Popularity.
No, yeah, it's not a game he's playing that you have to think so much. What is he doing well as a team leader?
Manipulate.
Giving them responsibility.
He's giving them responsibility. Whom responsibility? Why does he choose popular ones? What do they have? So what if they're not? Because they can convince? They have a brand name. Very good. They have a branding. When you have a branding, what do you naturally have?
Fan following.
Following. Okay? So he's going to work on the popular ones in school. Everybody's going to do the same thing. You're going to speak to the popular ones in college.